give you a little sense of how BearQuest works, I'd like to show you a quick example. To get into BearQuest, open a web browser and go to the BearQuest website, which is www.baylor.edu/BearQuest. If you are working at a Baylor computer on campus, you should come directly to this BearQuest homepage. You can see on this homepage that you have several choices. We're going to work our way through a new request, so I'm going to click on New Request. On this screen, you'll choose the category of requests you would like to make, and then you'll choose the specific type of request you want to make. I'm going to request some additional travel funds, so I'm going to choose non-personnel, non-construction requests. This field gives me a place to enter a name for my request. Some processes require that and some don't. I'm going to name my request POD, which is my department, additional travel funds. Then click Start Request, and that creates the request in the BearQuest system. This is an example of a BearQuest form. Each screen in BearQuest is called a form. A little bit later in the training, I'm going to go into some detail about what these buttons do and what these tabs do. But for right now, I just want to show you that completing a request in BearQuest is basically completing a series of forms. This is the request overview form. I'm going to complete it quickly. You can see they want to know the fiscal year. They want to know whether it requires any technology or not. They're asking for a phone number. I'm going to choose my chair off of this list, which is Larry Lyon. Then I'm going to tell it which department I'm in, which is institutional effectiveness. And then I have a choice to either save draft or submit. A submit in BearQuest works the way a next button works in most other programs. It takes you from one form to the next. So I'm going to go on and click on submit. You can see this took me to another form, this time the request justification form. Just a few other little things about forms. Most forms have some instructions up at the top to help you fill them in correctly. And also, when you see an asterisk, that's a required field. So I'm going to quickly fill in this required field. Then I'll scroll down to the bottom of the page and submit. You can see now I'm on a third form. This one is the enter budget information form. I'll go ahead and fill this one out quickly. And scroll down to the bottom of the page. You see my Save Draft button and my Submit button. And you also see a note that says clicking the Submit button at the bottom of this form will release your request for review. So when I click Submit here, it's going to send my request to the first reviewer. So I'll go ahead and do that. This brings me to the task confirmation screen, which tells me that my request has gone on to the next reviewer, and its status now is pending departmental review. So it has left me and gone on to that departmental reviewer. I have a few options here of different things that I could do, but basically I have submitted my request and it has gone forward. That is how most requests work in BearQuest. This was a fairly simple one. Some have many more forms than this one did, but basically it is a process of going to the BearQuest website, choosing the type of request you would like to make, filling out the forms that it presents to you, and then releasing it to be reviewed.